And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Okay, moving right into satellite imagery. Not a lot to see here. As you can see, pretty much cloud-free here across the Bering Sea and the Aleutians, and all the way up here into the Bering Strait and inland. We've got some clouds here over the northeast interior, clouds over the Copper River Basin down toward the North Gulf Coast, and a weakening front here slipping up over the Queen Charlotte Islands. As you can see, that's not moving northward too fast there, but will continue edge its way across Dixon Entrance and continue to weaken. On for tonight's forecast, that front really washes out here. We're left with low pressure here in the Gulf of Alaska, and all the precipitation will be out over the ocean there, leaving the panhandle dry, mostly cloudy in the south, mostly clear in the north, and mostly clear for the North Gulf Coast, south central Alaska. Variable clouds in the Copper River Basin tonight, and some light snow shower activity possible along the Alaska Range, and otherwise dry and mostly clear back to the west here. Gusty north winds could gust as high as 50 miles an hour for the Alaska Peninsula, with some possible light snow shower activity there on the Bering Sea side of the peninsula, but big area of high pressure here dominating the Bering Sea and controlling the weather for the Aleutians all the way up into the Chukchi Sea. That doesn't change much tomorrow. Still that strong high pressure center there centered near the central Aleutian Islands there and extending up, covering western Alaska here, and then the gradient between that high and lower pressure in the Gulf here, keeping it windy across the Alaska Peninsula, but dry. And dry over the western interior with mostly sunny skies here, again into south central Alaska. And this low in the Gulf of Alaska may increase the shower chances along the North Gulf Coast, but nothing significant at all. Mostly just cloudy to mostly cloudy skies there. Areas of light snow, a chance of here in the shaded area there over the east side here down along the eastern Alaska Range. And dry with light winds for the southeast coast. And the outlook for first day of the weekend. System comes up, pushes rain into the southern panhandle there with a little bit of an increase in the winds along the south coast. Increasing clouds to the north, and a weak trough here brings a shower chance or two to the North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound, but nothing significant at all. Still looking at some light snow chances here over the eastern interior. Dry, light winds, sunshine in the central part of the state, and a weak trough here sliding over the top of this high that's starting to shift down to the south a little bit here. Will bring some snow chances into the lower Yukon River Valley, Yukon Delta, into the Kuskokwim Mountains, and then some light snow shower activity extending back to the northwest there across Kotzebue Sound, Seward Peninsula, and the northwest coast. Otherwise, this high still holding on to the southern Bering Sea, or much of the Bering Sea and the Aleutians. This system out here to the west, coming over the top of the ridge, we'll see Saturday night and Sunday. And by Sunday afternoon, that front drives into the west coast here, Seward Peninsula, with snow advancing to the central Arctic coast and in toward the central interior, becoming mixed precipitation along that warm front here, south of the cold front for the Yukon Delta. Very light precipitation, possibly as far south as Togiak Bay. And then high pressure holding on to the Aleutians there with light winds and mostly clear skies there that could extend up into the Pribilof Islands. North flow not too strong, but some moisture breaking off coming southward there could result in a few showers for the eastern Aleutians. Again, nothing significant precipitation-wise. And a trough here, mostly cloudy skies with snow showers over the eastern Copper River Basin, the Besna, and areas to the south there of the eastern Alaska Range. Rain and snow showers possible for Prince William Sound, eastern Kenai Peninsula. Even a chance of a shower Sunday afternoon on the east side of Kodiak Island. And the southeast coast there, dry with light winds and partly to mostly sunny skies. And for the lows tonight, again, well below zero here, Seward Peninsula all the way up to the Arctic coast, especially the North Slope, 20 to 30 below again tonight. And anywhere from 0 to 10 for the Tanana Valley, and 20s to lower 30s, south central Alaska, mid 30s for Kodiak Island, in the 30s for the Aleutians, and in the 30s for the southeast coast. Highs for tomorrow in the lower to mid 50s again for the southern panhandle, mid 40s to the north, mid 30s for the Copper River Basin, in the 20s here in the central interior, and anywhere from 0 to 5 below from the for the North Slope and the Arctic coast. And warmer temperatures, St. Lawrence Island, highs in the lower 30s. Same thing for the Pribilofs, mid to upper 30s for the Aleutians. And the lows for Saturday morning, 10 to 25 below for the Brooks Range out to the Arctic coast, and either side of zero here in the central interior. 20s south and east of the Alaska Range, except teens in the Copper River Basin, upper 20s. Northern Panhandle, elsewhere in the 30s, lower 30s Kodiak Island, in the 30s for the Aleutians. And it'll be followed by highs on Saturday afternoon, mid 30s for the Pribilofs, upper 30s and near 40 in the Aleutians there. And now above zero temperatures all the way out to the Arctic coast, 0 to 10 above there for the North Slope Arctic coast. And in the 20s in the central interior, 30s and lower 40s, south central Alaska, and 40s and lower 50s for the southeast coast.